Going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we've got the third game here in the Asia Cup. Normally I wouldn't really cover a game like this, but it's a big moment. It's a big moment in the Asia Cup because now Afghanistan have officially won 2 games. They've booked themselves a ticket into the semi-final. I think. I'm going to have to check that at the end of the video, but I'm very sure that Afghanistan have officially got themselves into a semi-final after 2 wins. So firstly, just a big congratulations to the people at Afghanistan. I mean, this is a cricket nation that has not looked like doing anything for the last, 50 years until Rashid Khan has just lifted this place to a different dimension. Mujibur Rahman has come along. They've got they've got a really solid, group of 15 guys at Afghanistan now who can win games, who can win back-to-back Asia Cup games. I don't think 15 years ago you would have ever thought that Afghanistan would win 2 games in a row in the Asia Cup. But here we are. Afghanistan are officially the first team to win 2 games in the Asia Cup. Bangladesh, well, they lose their first game. Didn't look too good. I'm going to be honest, they didn't look very good at all. But that's the good thing about the Asia Cup. You've got another game to avenge yourself and get better. So, hey, if you guys are new, firstly, subscribe. Secondly, comment down anything. Comment something down below about the game, about the great man Rashid Khan, anything you want. I'll allow it. Okay, player of the match. Well, it was that man, Mujibur Rahman. 3 for 16, took big wickets at the top of the order, and well-deserved. I mean, it could have been him or Rashid. Didn't really matter at the end of the day because they both did pretty much the same thing. All right, Bangladesh, we're into bat first. Of course, the pitch. I mean, we have to talk about it. Firstly, the pitch in Sharjah. Oh, yeah. Man. There's not a lot to say about it, except that it is a slow, spinning, dry, I don't want to say boring because no cricket in my eyes is boring, but it's as close as we're going to get to almost just a game that was decided on who could stay out there for the longest, essentially. Like, it almost didn't feel like T20 cricket at times because of how many deliveries the batsmen really had to soak up before they could get going. Like, you have a look at the top order, 5 off 14. Shakib Al Hasan, well, he was 11 off 9. Good to see him in the team as well. Mushfiq Rahman, 1 for 4. Afif Hussain, 12 off 15. 25 off 27 for Mahmudullah. Like, it's just hard. It was really, really difficult to get going on this sort of pitch and to get any momentum, because we know with this Afghanistan team, they're just going to spin their way to the win, aren't they? Like, they've got, some of the most quality wrist spinners, like greatest spinners we've seen in the last decade. Rashid Khan obviously being that man. So it's a really difficult team to bat to, especially on a pitch like that, because they know, they knew before coming into this tournament, the Afghanistan, that their mission was going to be just spin, spin, spin to win, and it is looking that way at the moment because they have torn through Bangladesh right here. I mean, look, some late runs here from the man Hussain, 48 not out off 31, 4 fours and a 6, but look, at the end of the day, it was just 127. Really isn't going to be enough in many ICC tournament games. And look, Afghanistan, they're definitely a team with a weakened batting lineup. So if you took early wickets, they were definitely going to be in trouble early, but didn't pan that way out for Bangladesh. Let's go through their Afghanistan bowling, though. The man Falzak Farooqi, none for 25 off 4. Mujib, 3 for 16 off 4. I mean, it's just what he does. I'm so happy for the man Mujib. And he is also, for anyone that pays attention to, cricket news across the world, the man Mujibur Rahman is back in the Big Bash League and he's going to be playing with the Melbourne Renegades. I think he's playing with the Melbourne Renegades. So that's a big thing for him. He's going to get plenty of spin under the roof at Marvel Stadium. But we'll leave that for another time. But I'm just happy for him to get that contract and to, come back to the Big Bash. He's one of the fan favourites here in Australia, so I'm really happy for him. Naveen ul Haq, moving on. Rashid Khan, though. This is like the man Rashid Khan. It's just what he does, doesn't it? It's just what he does. 3 for 22 off 4. There's nothing more to say to it. Like, he was the second best bowler, and him and Mujeeb literally won this game for their country. It was just a great scene of bowling. Mohammad Nabi rolled the arm over 3 times, none for 23. But hey, look, they left him 7 for 127. It was just not easy batting on this pitch. Bangladesh could get no momentum with the bat going because Afghanistan just had this beautiful bowling plan in place where all credit has to go to Mohammad Nabi. I mean, he has been an underrated captain for so long, but an underrated cricketer for so long as well, let's say that. But just his captaincy to stick with the spin early and then float some, pace on and off. It really seemed to have the Bangladesh batsmen not knowing how to really play or what to do. Should they target the spin or should they target the few overs of pace? Because the pace, it's not like it was bad bowling, but it's probably the only place you could target any of the bowling because of how good Mujeeb and Rashid were bowling. You just couldn't hit them for runs. So that really was the problem for Bangladesh. Just couldn't target anyone, really. But hey, Afghanistan, I mean, they still had to bat on the same pitch. Afghanistan, look, great bowling, but their batting has always been something that can collapse very, very easily. But it was not the case this time for the Afghans. Hartzullah Zai, 23 off 26. Look, again, that's not how you want to go out, but it was better than Bangladesh's top order. Ramanullah Gurbaz, the keeper, that's right, 11 off 18. He got stumped. So, I mean, look, they did take a few early wickets, Bangladesh, but they just didn't get any momentum with it. They just didn't have a bowler who tried to take this game by the scruff of the neck. They didn't, other than Shakib Al Hasan, they don't really have a match-winning player, which is really sad because Shakib has been their best player for the last, 15 years. They have match winners with the bat, Lytton Das, who isn't even playing either, which I just realised the man Lytton Das isn't even playing. Maybe he's injured, I have no idea, but, they do have match winners in the batting compartment with Shakib, Lytton Das, etc. But they don't really have any match-winning bowlers other than the man Shakib Al Hasan, which is a little bit disappointing. You would have thought they would have found someone else to learn how to bowl, like to take wickets, but it's just how it is, unfortunately, for Bangladesh at the moment. I mean, look, they're a pretty hot and then cold team. They either get smashed or they prove to you that they deserve to be in the top 10 nations in the world. It's really no in between with this team at the moment. Ibrahim Zadran, I mean, 42 or 41 was good, but just couldn't get anyone to really go along with him. Mohammad Nabi went for 8. Najbullah Zadran, I mean, look, he went bananas off the last, 6 overs, but well, not even the last 6 overs, the last 3 overs, but 43 off 17, 1 4 and 6 sixes. It just makes you wonder, imagine if he was a bit higher up the order. If he was a bit higher up the order, they almost go on to win this game. I mean, look, Afghanistan, wait, hold on, I don't know why I said, they did win. I don't know. I just lost my concentration for a second. So they did win the game. I don't know why I thought this. I was speaking about Bangladesh for a second. But Najbullah Zadran was awesome. Finished off the game. I just had, it's like 8 a.m. in the morning. It's a bit confusing. My brain's all over the place. I'm still a bit sick if you can't hear as well. So just mind whatever that was. Into the bowlers. Again, look, Shakib Al Hasan, 1 for 13 or 4. He's awesome. He's still their best player, but they just need someone to go with him. Fiz Rahman, I mean, none for 30 off 3. Mahedi Hassan, none for 20. Like, they have quality bowling. Safaduin, I mean, he's a good bowler too. 1 for 27 off 2. But, yeah, they just don't have another match winner like Shakib Al Hasan at the moment with the ball in hand. But, hey, Afghanistan booked themselves, I believe. Let me check. Let me check. Don't be doing any dirties to me. Okay, so we've obviously got this group, and then we've got this group. Yeah, so Afghanistan will officially qualify for a semi-final. That is inspirational as heck. Like, that is so inspirational for Afghanistan. mean, it doesn't say that they're in the Super 4 yet, but they definitely will, because I don't even think there's enough games left. Like, this game will end in a result, but neither of them will go to the top. So, Afghanistan, wow. Afghanistan will officially make it through to the Asia Cup semi-finals. Wow. Hey, this is big. They're in a group with Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. I mean, everyone probably thought before this tournament that Sri Lanka would win this tournament. Would win this group, that is. Would win the group, not the tournament. But look, Afghanistan, wow. So they make it through. It's going to be down to a Bangladesh-Sri Lanka game. We'll decide who else goes through. And then obviously there's these games which we will touch on here right now as well. Of course, India versus the mighty Hong Kong tonight. That's a danger game. That's a danger game. You don't want to be losing to Hong Kong, I tell you that much. And then obviously this game as well, which will decide the other group. But then this game as well, which will end up being the last of the tournament before the finals and the playoffs. Pakistan versus Hong Kong. So that's another danger game. The Hong Kongians, they are up and about. They're not here to be messed with. They're not here to be messed with. Come on. Hong Kong, man. This is the greatest cricketing nation to ever exist. Moving on. Look, if Hong Kong can beat Pakistan somehow, they will officially go through and it'll be India and Hong Kong in the Super 4. But look, I mean, the likelihood of Hong Kong either beating India or Pakistan is just not going to happen. So we probably assume it'll be India, Hong Kong, India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, maybe, in the Super 4. But again, it'll all matter on Bangladesh, Sri Lanka's game. Tonight, Hong Kong versus India. I don't know if I'll be awake to watch it. It starts at 12 a.m. Is it a game that you really stay up to watch? If I'm awake, I'll watch it. If I'm not awake, then I'm going to be getting, 8 hours of some good sleep. But hey, that's going to cap it off. Afghanistan not even steal the win. They are just looking very, very strong at the moment. They're a team that could play in the final, no doubt about it. They are a team that could steal this tournament victory from anyone. Like, I could see Afghanistan beating Pakistan in a final. I could see them beating India in a final too. I mean, everything would have to go right. Rashid, Majib, the entire Afghanistan team would have to be at their best. But that can't happen on any single day, especially with how slow the pitches are at the moment and how important winning that toss is. So, hey, that will cap it off. Afghanistan are through to the semi-finals. Unbelievable scenes. Hey, let me know your thoughts on the game. I hope we all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one.